What's up, nerds? Welcome to Mortal Kombat 1. I am joined by Tyler Crux.
YOLO. I am here. I am here to commentate and make jokes about how bad Koga is at fighting games.
Which, to be fair, there's probably going to be a bit of that. This is not a story mode Let's Play. That will come eventually. Um, we're going to play through the Invasions season. This is the day that the new season starts. I haven't turned it on yet. I haven't seen anything yet, so we're going to be watching its intro for the first time. Let's get started. Season 5,
When this
Storms.
dark Raiden learned of other timelines and Earthrealms, he vowed to protect them all. He set out to build an impenetrable magic barrier to shield them from outside incursions. To power this barrier, Raiden wants to connect each Earthrealm's Jinsei, its life force, together. But commingling the immense cosmic power of all Jinseis will cause an explosion which will destroy reality. Entrenched in his position, Raiden refuses to heed the danger. He will connect the Jinseis and create the barrier, no matter what it takes, and no matter whom he must kill.
Not if I have any say in it, he doesn't. Alright, so here is how it's going to work for those of you who haven't done any of the seasons yet. This gateway portal thing, this is just something you can do, like, separate, sort of, kind of. We're going to be starting in the Living Forest. We go through the map, we get things, we fight a boss, we find the portal, then we go here, then we'll be sent here, then here, then here, and then we'll finally be able to face off against Dark Raiden. It's
He's
gonna
so evil.
it's gonna feel repetitive, but I think I think this will be fun. And the last one was fun, at least. I did the Season of the Hunt, just to kind of field test, make sure that I would indeed enjoy doing this. Uh, okay, don't know why I'm getting these, but whatever.
Probably the hey, you're playing the season. Have some money. Thank you.
Maybe. I'm not important.
I know some games they do that. Like they'll have like a
Yeah, and I mean, hey,
season
I'm not
pass.
gonna complain about getting about getting free currencies.
Yeah, like some games they have like the season rewards or like the season pass where as you play you'll unlock cosmetics, in-game currency.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna be using Scorpion. I used him for the last campaign. Oh, my level does reset. That's good. I was actually concerned that it wouldn't. All right, we're gonna play as Kenshi,
The
and
blind swordsman.
we're going to have Jax as backup.
Jax.
Do I have?
This isn't Robo-Arm Jax.
Nope. This is before he fights Ermac. In fact, Jax doesn't even show up in the story mode yet, so this will be interesting.
Right, that's because MK1 is legit just
It's an
Mortal Kombat 1.
it's an entirely new timeline, and our first opponent is the Tricky Oracle. Ah, okay, great start. Okay.
You can do it!
Oh, stop. All right, hang on. I got this. Yep, there we go. All right. Jax.
Because you don't want to do the... Oh. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. You
Yeah.
don't want to do the fatalities because of how bloody they are.
Yeah. I'll do them for some fights, just not all of them. I hate the freaking Dark Psi modifier. It's so annoying. Like, you can see it coming, but man, it's a butt. All right, so the arrow that we're seeing that points us to the portal, but that's not always exactly where we want to go. So, for right now, we're gonna play along, just because I don't see any point in spreading out. Next is Windstorm, which is just Reiko with Sonya Blade.
I think like the a big complaint that I would have with YouTube, and like the reason why you don't want to show the fatalities, because we were talking about this before. It's just because you don't want to risk getting your videos age restricted.
Yeah, at least not yet.
Yeah. Like I will say, I think like the biggest issue I think YouTube has is I feel like if your videos aren't set to like it's child friendly, you shouldn't have to worry about your video being age restricted.
Yeah. Ooh, I gotta get out of that. I love watching that.
Especially when it comes to like a video game.
Yeah, but the problem is that some video games choose to be more graphic and dark than others, and this is a pretty good example of the former.
Oh yeah, but I mean like more or less of because it all comes down to like when YouTube added like YouTube Kids, which I think was one of the dumbest things for YouTube to add.
There's something over there. Well, wrong direction, Kenji.
Time for a rematch.
Yeah. So anyway, you were saying.
Yeah, so like YouTube Kids, I think was like one of the worst things that YouTube added. Where it's like I understand why they did, because parents started becoming lazy instead of actually watching their kids and spending time with them. They're like, here, have a screen.
Yeah. Have something to distract yourself while I go drink alcohol.
Yeah, basically. And it's just like I understand why YouTube wanted to do that, but I feel like YouTube is putting like way like YouTube Kids is basically the hey, you want money? Do YouTube Kids. Like you can kind of tell that YouTube really keeps pushing for YouTube Kids, even though YouTube has a history of anything involving kids heavily backfire.
Yeah, no, because like if your video is like child intended, okay, whoa. All right, my game didn't know how to handle that for a second.
Yeah, I was like, so what's going on?
Yeah, no, that happens every now and again with these. That's okay.
Yeah, so like
But yeah, like what I was saying, if your video is like set to like be for kids but not on YouTube Kids, then your video doesn't get advertised. Like it doesn't show up on people's recommended feed. You can't search for it.
Yeah, so
you
like,
have to know you have to know the video exists, and you have to words.
You also
and you have to go to the channel and physically find it yourself.
Yeah, and that's just like for content creators, I like YouTube Kids is like the biggest kind of blow, because it's now like you do have to do that verification of like is this child friendly? Like, could this go on YouTube Kids? Yes, no. I kind of wish there was a way to kind of like auto set that.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's just no every time, because
yeah. Because I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna make YouTube Kids shit.
Yeah.
Also, we can swear. Also, we can swear in this game because these people don't. Because the people in this game don't care. Also, I really hate that you're doing that, Ashra. Please die.
Yeah. So like have you ever like gone through YouTube and like you start going through like clips of like old shows like we used to watch it growing up?
Occasionally, but not very often.
Well, when you do are you ever like, man, I wonder what other people like kind of thought about this scene, and like you're just interested in seeing what other people would be talking about in the comment section. But then you scroll down and it's like the comments are turned off because this content has been labeled as for kids. And
Yeah.
you're just like,
Well, that's another thing. You should be able to share your opinions whether it's kid friendly or not.
you see, I understand why YouTube did that, and I agree with the reason why, because how dark of topics are you okay to like get into?
With this
The-
game, with this game being what we're playing, oh, okay. Keep it vague.
Okay. So there are like these really bad groups of people that find enjoyment with those of a
We're just gonna call them extreme internet trolls and move on.
yes, these extreme internet trolls. What they would do is they would go to these
Whoa, okay.
they would go to these YouTube videos that would be kind of like kid friendly. Like they would be like clips from like the Lego movie or clips from a SpongeBob episode.
Yeah. Ah, snot. Okay, that hurt.
Ooh, wow.
Take this.
So they would like break the back. He just got banged, but not really.
Snot.
Good job.
Okay, let's go to some of the other paths and fight some of the other battles, because I actually do need to do every tower I see. All right, sorry, continue.
So what these extreme trolls did, they had this very like intricate and like massive web of being able to trade what the trolls would trade. And they would be using these YouTube comment sections on these kid videos to kind of do that. So that's why YouTube is like, okay, on these certain videos, we will have to enforce like the comment sections to be turned off.
I think what they should do, like, keep the comments section on, but like have an intern or someone just like periodically check them and like take down comments that are troublesome, you know?
I think they did try that, but the issue is the amount of people you would need and the amount of
I mean,
like,
it's just a
work
way to
that-
create jobs and stop the unemployment problem. I'm just saying, people.
yeah, but the mental strain of that job would be a massive toll.
I mean, true enough, but it doesn't have to be their only task.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm spitballing, so continue.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's like, so these trolls had this intricate this intricate thing of getting like how they would say stuff. It's gotta be like, hey, I have some troll material that you might be interested in. And then that's how they would kind of meet up. They would use these videos that would sometimes have kids in it, or they would just be videos of like clips from old cartoons.
Yeah. Not today, Liu Kang. Ow. Okay.
So they had to start turning off comment sections, and
I might have to change
A
my
lo-
cameo. Continue.
the guy who actually called YouTube out on this, a lot like advertisement wise, a lot of people don't like him advertisement wise, because whenever he did call YouTube out on this, it did make advertising a lot harder. But I think it was like one of like the most needed things. But instead of like the guy going to YouTube, he like directly went to the media, which some people would be like, hey, that like he could have just gone to YouTube, but if you go to YouTube, they're not
You're
do
gonna get
anything.
ignored, yeah. And
Yeah.
hey,
So-
YouTube, if anything we're saying is false, prove it.
Yeah. Then there were like some other adpocalypses that happened, but truth be
Oh,
told, you don't really need to.
speaking
Like
of
some of the other stuff
yeah,
would be like
speaking
other
of
content creators that
yeah,
just kind of said stuff that.
speaking of like ads and stuff, because I think you said that a minute ago. I have to point this out.
Yeah.
So I have been getting one particular ad that I've been trying to tell the internet that I don't want anything to do with.
What company?
I don't know the company off the top of my head, but here's how their ad starts. If you have a romantic partner, you should download this app. It allows you to instantly track who they are talking to. Do I need to explain why that's fucked up?
One, you don't have a romantic partner, and two,
Okay,
that's an invasion of
that was a
privacy.
low blow, you piece of crap.
Don't worry. I'm in the same boat as you.
That doesn't make it okay. Anyways,
No,
continue.
no, but yeah, no, that is an invasion of privacy.
Like, it's one thing to have the service available.
Yeah,
It's an entirely different thing to go and advertise it like it's a positive thing to spy on your significant other.
yeah, like that's an invasion of privacy.
Like, I don't care what this person is supposedly doing. That's not what you do. That's not how you handle it.
yeah. What was it? So it's like, God, you want to talk about like bad advertisements, right? There is a.
We could talk for hours about bad advertisements.
Oh my God. Okay, so on Twitter now X, but
We're never gonna call it X. It is Twitter.
I'll probably call it X a few years down the road. But like for right now, because
Yeah,
it's still a
it's still
relatively
Twitter.
fresh change, I'm still going to call it Twitter.
Oh, that
So-
doesn't look bad. I don't hate that.
Yeah. So on Twitter, one of the two things. One, I really like the implementation of community notes on Twitter
Yeah.
because it's an easy way to, and like what the community notes are basically, it's like the community comes together and like points out, hey, there's information in this that is wrong, and they tend to link to why it's wrong.
Yeah. As long as I'm
So-
here, I'm gonna just take a quick little change in Cameo. Continue talking. I'm just.
So like that, like to me, I think like having like those community notes, great addition to Twitter. I think Elon Musk did a good job with that, with kind of adding that. Or Twitter added that at the end, but Elon made it better. So there is an ad that I keep seeing, and I'm like, oh, cool. It's an app to be able to kind of read like mangas or comics, right, on your
Oh
phone.
yeah, I know those. I know those types.
But I looked at the like the images of comics that they were using, and I'm just like, okay, I don't see anything wrong with the art style, but that is not an appropriate image.
Yeah.
Like it's not showing like anyone undressed. It's not showing anything overtly lewd, but it's like the implied stuff in the image. So then I kind of scrolled down, and I'm like, oh, I recognize that art style.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like I immediately it's like, okay, report ad, because honestly, like, even though I am a degenerate at times, I will,
We all have our moments.
yeah, I will be like, oh man, I like what I see. But once I kind of get that, like, wait a minute, this should not be allowed on the site,
Yeah.
or like this should not be advertised. It's the immediate, hey, I don't want to see this. Why do you not want to see this? Because this is breaking the terms and services.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. All
but
right.
back on YouTube, because
Well, we're gonna go ahead and cut it here because it's been 20 minutes and I've gotten nothing done. So we'll pick up in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what your thoughts are on Mortal Kombat 1. You know, the one part of this entire video that we haven't talked about.
When do we ever talk about the actual game?
More times than you'd think from what I've been reviewing. Anyways, I'll catch you later, nerds.
Peace.